I'm Scotty Smith, and this is USL Quick Strike. It's week 4 of the 2019 season, and congratulations to the following teams who all recorded victories over the weekend. Red Bulls 2, St. Louis FC, Tulsa Roughnecks, New Mexico United, Austin Bold, Indy 11, El Paso, Los Dos, Las Vegas Lights, Tacoma, and Birmingham. The following teams earned 1 point in a draw: Pittsburgh, Bethlehem, Rowdies, Loudon, North Carolina FC, Charleston Battery, Reno 1868, OKC Energy, Phoenix, and Colorado Springs. Adam Jean of Phoenix Rising is going to get my vote for Goal of the Week this week. He had a beautiful header to earn his team a draw with a very good Colorado Switchbacks team. Phoenix is not quite what we thought they would be. Shout out to YouTube user Hardhat for prophesying that they will go 0-64-0. But neither is Colorado Springs. They're quite a bit better than I think most people thought they would be. The end result was a very even matchup. It finished in a draw because Jean pulled a rabbit out of the hat. The midfielder who played the ball was behind him, chipped it into Jean's path, and Jean exploded toward the ball for a diving header. I love a good diving header. Adam Jean gets my vote for Goal of the Week. Our top dog of the week is Birmingham Legion. After a rain delay in Louisville Saturday night, the two sides met to settle their differences on Sunday morning. Birmingham scored 3 goals, and they were 1 millimeter shy of 4. They held the two-time defending champs to 2 goals and escaped Lou City with a 3-2 win for their first win in club history. Louisville City is off to a rough start, but the credit here goes to Birmingham. They were on the road. There were weather issues that postponed the match for a second time this season, and they kept their focus to grab a very big win. Birmingham Legion, our top dog of the week. I want to talk about that stadium in El Paso for half a second. That thing is beautiful. And it may not be your favorite thing to see soccer in a baseball stadium, but that stadium looks really good on TV. I love the double-decker, whatever that thing is, maybe suites or whatever it is, going on in the outfield. As for the team, they controlled the match and had many opportunities. They easily could have scored 4 or 5, but they did not concede a goal and earned a 2-0 victory over last year's number 1 seed, Orange County SC. El Paso could have easily been our top dog, but Birmingham did defeat the 2-time defending champs. Starting next week, we'll switch over to the standings for 2019 to pick our top dogs. Who is where in the standings, you ask? Well, St. Louis maintains the top spot in the East, and the Tulsa Roughnecks have sole possession of numero uno in the West. Both teams have 10 points. St. Louis is followed by Tampa, North Carolina FC, Red Bull Reserves, Indy 11, Lou City, Charleston, Atlanta Reserves, Nashville, and Ottawa Fury. Memphis 901 FC sits in 12th out of 18 teams. The teams behind Tulsa in the West are New Mexico United, Portland Reserves, Sacramento, Colorado Springs, OKC Energy, Los Dos, Tacoma, Reno, and Real Monarchs. Those teams are in the playoff spots right now. Congratulations to Eric Wynalda, who earned his first win as head coach of Las Vegas Lights. That's a solid win over Real Monarchs. The Monarchs lit up Los Dos last week, scoring 5 on what could have easily been 7. I can't help but think Eric Wynalda is good for this league, and a winning Eric Wynalda is a fun Eric Wynalda. God knows what that guy is going to say or do. When I started following the national team in 1994, he was the dude. I know he rubs people the wrong way sometimes, but I'm still a huge fan. Congrats to Eric Wynalda. I told myself I would not bring this up because I soapboxed it so much last week, but this 1-week loan situation is getting ridiculous, and now it has happened to us. Derek Etienne Jr. made 30 appearances for the Red Bulls first team last season. 30. The MLS season is 34 matches. Derek Etienne Jr. played in 30 MLS matches in 2018. He scored the goal that locked up the Supporters' Shield for New York Red Bulls. Guess who scored the winning goal for the Red Bull Reserves in a 3-2 victory over Memphis on Friday night? That's right, it was Derek Etienne Jr. But that is nothing compared to what happened to Sacramento Republic. The Seattle Sounders loaned half the team down to Tacoma before they played Sacramento, including Will Bruin and Roman Torres. Look, they may not be getting the playing time that they once did, but Roman Torres has scored the game-winning PK in the MLS Cup. His goal put Panama into the World Cup. He spent his weekend with the Tacoma Defiance, the developmental squad. He played alongside a 15-year-old. Will Bruin had a goal and an assist in that match to beat Sacramento 2-1. Will Bruin has scored some huge MLS goals. He has 68 career MLS goals. I sure hope he develops. Same with Roman Torres, Kellen Rowe, Romario Williams, and Derek Etienne Jr. Let's hope these young guys develop. Maybe they'll one day have a shot at being first-team players in MLS. Maybe one day, like later this week. Look, the one-week loans are killing independent teams. And don't get me wrong, I love loans. But a loan is for a season, not a week. If you want to loan them down, but only in the transfer windows. Loans should be arranged in the January to February window and in the June to July window. So if MLS loans a player down to another team in February but needs them back in June, the independent team has time to make arrangements. So, how does this affect the USL team? Well, 3 main reasons. Number 1, USL should not exist just to benefit MLS. Number 2, the MLS players are stealing minutes from the USL players, the ones who actually need to develop. And number 3, independent coaches need to be able to scout and game plan. Let's say you're the daughter of a 5-year-old girl, and that's happened for some of you, happened for me. It might happen for some of you in the future. So there you are. Some of you have been, some of you will be. And your 5-year-old girl says to you, "Daddy, I want a goldfish." Okay, honey. You call the pet shop. Do you have any goldfish? Yes, of course we have goldfish. We're a pet shop. You go to the attic. You get down the little aquarium from your college dorm room and thoroughly clean it. You are ready for the goldfish. She's even picked out a name. She's going to call him Nemo. How cute. This is wonderful. You get to the pet shop. They have your order all ready. You pick up the tray or the box or the bag or whatever it is, but you don't really open it up. You're in a hurry. You get home. It's a tarantula. You did not order a tarantula. The pet shop is closed. You cannot change it until the pet shop opens again. But when they do, now you have a 5-year-old daughter, the pride and joy of your life, and though she is expecting to meet her pet fish Nemo, she has to sleep in the house with a big, hairy, and totally scary spider. That is the same thing as a coach who preps for one team and gets another. It's not right. So vamos, independent soccer teams. May you always defeat the reserve teams. May you defeat the reserve teams so badly that they start a league of their own. All right, let's get you 3 matches to watch this weekend. The first one is the early match at 1 o'clock, Ottawa Fury and Nashville FC. These 2 teams currently occupy playoff spots in the East. I know it's early for all of that, but they are 9th and 10th, respectively. So check out Ottawa Fury and Nashville Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock Central Time on ESPN+. Our second match is at 6 o'clock. North Carolina FC, they've gotten off to a pretty good start so far this year, and Memphis 901 FC. Memphis has played better than the record indicates. Might be a little biased there, I'm just saying. But that'll be an interesting one to keep an eye on in the 6 o'clock hour. And then we'll also give you a late game this week. And we're going to give you Sacramento Republic and Austin Bold. Austin has played rather well. Sacramento has had a very good season, and they'll be looking to rebound after that Tacoma situation that we discussed earlier. That'll be a good one. It's always a good atmosphere in Sacramento. It's fun to watch. That'll be at 9:30 on Saturday night. So our games this week, 1 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9:30. Watch those 3 games this weekend. We're glad to be part of the Beautiful Game Network. That's going to do it for this week. Enjoy your soccer, everybody.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.